for aha Ghana TV GH. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on notification so that anytime videos of this nature are uploaded to you. John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency. Ebra na oye campaign no. O catch the Ghana for say the banking sector cleanup. Akufo-Addo aban any Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia implementing no. It was evil. Now listen to it. The word I use ni say omu implementing. Enye Akufo-Addo aban and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and it triggered that banking sector cleanup. It was triggered under John Dramani Mahama. And the Bank of Ghana report 2015, it was clear say the banking sector, especially for the grade 1, grade 2, no, now mubabe collapse. The grade 1, grade 2, grade 1, no, na adika collapse did that. That was a microfinance for DKM. God is love mo. Me say, I remember very clearly around that time. I mean 900 series 2015, 900 series in NSC. I lost 900 Ghana cedis in 2015. Now 900 cedis 2015 only say and this can be almost 4,000 Ghana cedis per value. So in 2015, I lost 900 cedis because grade 1. Thank you for we am say I need to a fraud. I am blocking. Okay. Grade 1 for microfinance and co. Now the kind collapse. And the next that was going to collapse, those rural banks and the small one like GN banks and co. And the John Mahama cancer, a brand new man penny 1.0 2015, and under him Bank of Ghana can say for these banks, quickly Abayan should take over because Abayan take over. Ghanaians were going to lose their monies big time. Ghanaians were going to lose their monies big time. That was 2015. 2016, John Mahama who said a election year inti populist approach. He decided that okay, I will not carry out a instruction that is from the Bank of Ghana. After the election, then we see what to do. So John Mahama defected the action. But it took Akufo-Addo Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia to come and say, this is a recommendation and we must implement it to save Ghanaian depositors. And truly, they deposited it. They implemented it and nobody lost their deposit. And that is the most important. We were talking about over 2 to 4 million Ghanaians. To banker. If not for what Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and the boss here, and they will have lost their monies. And the NDC, knowing very well, say, Adia, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia in the boss here, the writing. Then they started say, oh, Nankophobia Juma or bank or no, Mujuma. You ask yourself, say, Nipa beye less than 10,000, Omeluzi Omujumano, as compared to over 4 million depositors, Anka Omeluzi Omusikano, which is better? Which is better? Because most of these banks, they didn't have any responsibility. They will only wake up and go and sit at the office above for normal coffee. That is what they were doing. And the banking sector cleanup, it was one of the things that if Ghanaians had a deeper understanding, or some Ghanaians had that, and I would have clapped for Akufo-Addo, we would have clapped for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Banks for you. Some people create open banks, no. Now Munim say banks are create no. Omunya shiumu. Omu the bank no. Omu running as a Ponzi scheme. Omu as a fraud. So individuals who open a bank, they themselves know. Use another name. And I said, Mrs. My wife will come and take a loan from my bank, knowing very well, on to your back. Then I will run to Bank of Ghana and say, Bank of Ghana, I'm about to collapse. The Bank of Ghana will use taxpayers' money, to try to save that bank. Then the cycle goes again, the same thing all over again. That was what they were doing. That was what they were doing. Now John Mahama, His Excellency, no nimwe pao, but because of voting 2024, Obeka said Obabaka he was going to restore the license of GN Bank. You ask yourself, say, His Excellency John Mahama, as you saw, a kind of saying, evil did so. Because if human beings are abusing the nation, the state this way, to make themselves wealthier at the expense of all of us, and you come and tell me, say, Uba, you are going to restore their license, then it means say you are a beneficiary, an indirect beneficiary of all the evil that is being perpetrated against the state. But reality now is that which I expose NDC for. Now that reality in Tina, NDC for, as you and I are speaking today, are now telling Papa Kwesi Ndum say, we cannot restore your license. When you lie your way to power, reality will expose you. And then go and deceive Ghanaians. Do your worst. Tell them your worst. Let them vote for you. With time, reality will expose you. And that is the reality that is exposing John Mahama today. Say, you cannot renew the license of GN Bank. And the reason is because you know the things that went on. You know very well the things that went on. And now you know, say, a suicidal. Some of these banks, if you bring them back, a very, very suicidal to our economy. Halima, thank you so much. Okay? They know. They know very well. Why is it that Aminu Ekasano, Obiti said that do for Bank? Unibank then. Why were they doing with Unibank? Unibank, all the payment that was going to Black Stars of Ghana, now if I Unibank. By force, now I say we are Black Star, we are player, a so-called beer cash for Unibank. The amount of money almost squander our Unibank and easy. Sika mudi our Unibanka. Na easy at all. And when we started prosecution against Dr. Dufour and any banker, NDC came back to say, Omako Kati deal. Is it 60-40 or 40-60? You ask yourself, say, Anka Asema Dr. Mamudu Baumia, any boss, Eka, I say, these banks were doing something evil. If they were not doing anything evil, why would this NDC government come and cut a deal with a Unibank for say, okay, bet you have 40% now, more for 60% now? It tells to say, indeed, something bad went on. Something illegal went on.
Mustafa Mustafa NDC Baba Obi decision no go take yes. President Mahama no mo kuntoko bruta na Mustafa wan hwe ko be lusu no djuma adai asmo be jenya radio so kan so a whole president who say he doesn't need to be aware. So say some decisions are on need to know basis. This is a major decision. Look, this is a decision that will affect his appointees. Yes. Where a decision and yes, sabi only party or a leader of the NDC. And tokwa a koso between Chairman Esidun Ketia and the Jubilee House. And more she. I'm telling you. And talk about hobby. NDC penny be far from me. Me. I'm not me too. NDC penny be far from me. Tama. Yes, our announcement in the year. And now, Nipana Katre me say, sad decision we know. Aya dear President Mahama, a bonjoso. Na ninye ho na ankomu hia further consultation on it, and then hurriedly anomakwa announces ade no do say problems abem utie fifi kweta cow born the voice or see Obibia president appoint to an answer a binary point to you are affected. So I'm more or be any categorization ni we no me say. Fifi table boss categorization
yes.
And or church mu say because we shall see omo ya appoint to mo aben mu. So President Mahama na appoint you. And you see you are too good, say. We church him not money who say. So we are presidential staffer. Principle, you are affected.
Yes.
The problem that is coming. I'm not too much.
Because UTA and Fifi said categories affected by the directive include ministers, deputy ministers, chief executive officers, managing directors and their deputies. And a hand a day issue no about
exactly
officers in analogous positions
exactly
as well as MMDCs. In the officers in analogous positions near broad
and yes I don't quite broad and how can I say a yabit the data a yabit the data
yeah
Felix a bit
at the time and I'm for the size of
yes the size of government no a bit the data sir you be a presidential staffer or salary I would
rank off
or condition of service no a deputy minister
cabinet minister presidential aide or a deputy minister presidential staffer and non-cabinet minister
fantastic enti mo mo de man sa ne man nya no omune president and contrast anwen. That is why Mustafa is struggling to answer that question, and that is why His Excellency the President is angry. So oman fe ni die ni obo amano, and this is coming from their own house. I'm telling you, that is why the president is livid. Here, sad decision we take it down. Now I'm so surprised that Mustafa pese oyi His Excellency free party no and penny for medicine chain. Because the president is supposed to be part of NEC.
Yeah, but say president so you are aware say part na yim penny for was almost running party no. And some penny
we quite always say a NEC when you fake.
Yes,
say can function as a send here the steering committee steering committee yen kwa no on to say amend the constitution. And if you say you shouldn't be involving president in the day-to-day management of the party, no, and you didn't call NEC. He said NEC in the a body,
a bigger body.
Mustafa is telling us that NEC in the take his decision.
Yes.
NEC, His Excellency the President, is supposed to be part of it. Say bibinti no ntimi makrampona obetimi yi ni chief of staff, deputy chief of staff amanaba. And now say okoho because agenda be a woman be no. Chairman and secretary, muko cabinet meetings. The money president ko na muna ko discuss it. President when you person you who say na president. Way omuni president and ko discuss it. Ade way abba president mu as a surprise. President is livid. Ne buofu because ko take decision na ebe affecting your appointees. One for buoni ani die amano. That is why Mustafa is struggling to answer that question. So I'm not surprised. In fact, when we send us a question and come here say information say president enya way. Take his decision we say on the blind side.
But when you do a quick scan on social media, I mean commentary, you know, I have varied. Obviously, Omulusu Yeno will not be happy, but some of them, you know, and then screenshots be of some WhatsApp groups be a man for share on social media in some about say. Someone am winning my bar about me also be the campaign on 2028 you know those things. And some of them also accuse you for something you said. I think the last
I said it here, but I think you also know that I was twisted.
But I want to give you the opportunity to clarify. One support you unya power on your mobile no, but that's a report from
Obi, let me repeat what I said. The can't with videos. Name this up one baby a chichino. A 1 year son. Let's say Obi. Let me quote me.
Sure.
It will be a paraphrase, it will be a direct quote. So Obi, elections way no at share. Dr. Baumia near me P.
Yes. Okay. I remember that.
And I'm saying Obi, and I will be Sam, and I'm saying Obi. 2024, ebia na enyame nhihye na bae na ne nyina soso onyame nsem isanse ebia nipa ni bi ode nani to wo so
yes
na ohwe the dynamics akoso this campaign and elections you would have made appointments bi on mo a ko beka say esenka we mum de enkam de ne hye and esenka de ne hye. And that was what I said. And I'm saying it has taught him so many lessons. And it is fair that also as human, he learns from it.
Yes.
And that doesn't mean, say, and you know, you're winning election, you're winning primaries. MPs no cancel. Because now his focus is to win the 2028. Now, you should work together to win. Or say one support him in po. Now say you are willing to work with me for us to work together towards 2028. No be with an open heart and open arms. To deliver victory. But say one na oko wini wie so san undermine no obi it will be unfair say papa no be win here. Now you expect to say papa no e fa mpo kra utriment no. And I say democracy until you are drinking in Kofako. We have to support various candidates. But any people one more or say, yeah, no man supporting her, he's human. Oh, Quadia. Now, Omahine. So, I be an enemy book with Yatafre. Now, say, Omahine say, you won't be a good candidate. Obi say where they are, and you will be surprised.
Yes.
Son no so as human as he is. But that doesn't mean there's a party. That's why he's part of it. And a party today, you work with different people. But the good news is, after elections, what the person will demonstrate, say genuinely, may not be here, Juma, for you to also cross, sir, insurance that way. Obi wo hono mo on the one fiase in your campaign. But the more the bebo the better say Paul our mountain, what the same. But let me give you a typical example. The late Ferdinand Yim. Kufuor in 1998, Ferdinand Yim supported J. Kufuor, but or not supporting Nanado.
Yes.
But after the primaries in Sunyani, the late Ferdinand Yim brought Kufuor to the extent that he became more or less Kufuor's right-hand boy. Into that doesn't mean so Nipa now supporting in the primaries.
Yes.
Nipa no, but Nipa no near afterwards. The betcha say it was differences in opinion. But here we are the me boawo am also wait me do anim and obi ubetimi nipa afie funu ba kwaba e bi enyo na be boa
yes
obe hia bontin suni obe fa osenua odo be fro abrabo atwede no na osusu kodo abeka se e bi aminua krent mi amoame but abontin suni no aboame ne happens in our daily lives
then na wo free say be ma